Well, hello. You've stumbled across another episode of Lunch Stream and Chill. Welcome. Music by Lofi Girl, as it often is. Today we're playing Balatro. Balatro is a poker-ish rogue-lite deck builder game of sorts. Kind of a silly game. Quite fun though. I've enjoyed it quite a bit. We're on Twitch today, streaming there. Recently, in the past 6 months or so, the live streams have been on Rumble for a couple of reasons. But I thought, hey, let's introduce Twitch to the mix and see how it goes, see if anybody shows. On Rumble, a whole lot of people, when they watch, won't chat. And so it leads to a very strange streamer experience. It's fine. It's fine. I think it's more and more, they're building out the tools, so that's more and more going to be working well. But anyway. Well, hey, if you are finding this later and it's recording, welcome. It's nice to have you too. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are in the world and whenever it is you watch this. Let's start off Lunch Stream and Chill the way we almost always do, with some jokes from this dad joke calendar. As I handed my dad his 50th birthday card, he looked at me with tears in his eyes and said, "You know, one would have been enough." It's a lot of cards to open. Whew. That's pretty bad. I give that one a 4 out of 10. Not all maths jokes are terrible, only some. Two out of 10. Whew. Some, S-U-M. Yeesh. Alrighty. Well, here we are. Here we go. The title of today's session is The Abandoned Deck, because we're going to play the Abandoned Deck. Imagine that. So, let's find it. The Abandoned Deck is kind of neat because there are no face cards, but it's also a headache because there's no face cards. So, let me swap over the camera here, and we will be off to the races. Kind of blowing myself out here with the stream controls up on the side, so let's do this. I just want to see the chat here. Alright, so once again, if it's your first time seeing Balatro, maybe you could check out Session 1 over on my YouTube channel. But if you're like, well, I'm here, let's find out what it is. What you're trying to do in Balatro is make the best poker hand that you can with all of these ranks, except you get to, over time, you get to do deck building. And so you can actually get rid of cards or add cards to your deck. And so 5 of a kind starts to become possible. Or something called a flush house, where you have a full house, all of the same suit. And so things get really weird, but here the poker hands are shown and they're pretty straightforward. I have to do my math here real quick. This is 24, 30, 36. That will get us there. So the way these are scored, you have the number of chips and then the multiplier. Full house is scored with a base of 40 chips times a 4 multiplier. That's the starting point. And then you add in the score from each card, which for numbered cards is the number, and then you multiply it. At the end of the hand, you make a little money, and you use that money to change your deck. So here's what we got. Interesting. This card is a really good card if I make a big deck, and I think we should do that. The jokers here, these get added to the top, and when I say to the top, I mean the top bar. And here up on the top bar, they sit there and they do their work. And that's all I can afford this time. The other thing about making money is that you make interest on the money you haven't spent. Ooh, almost have a straight 2 ways. We'll go ahead and discard all of these and try for some aces and tens. Ooh, that's a near flush. If we get the flush, we will be in a happy spot. No flush. Do have the full though. So here's a full house, aces and sevens. That will get us most of the way there. But we still have to make at least one more good hand. 102 points. 2, 3, no 4. And 6s. We have 1 discard left. We have a flush. That will be enough. So there's the flush with the base of 35 by 4, which is plenty to get our 100 points before we even count. So there we go. So anyway, that's the basics when you're starting out. Each round, the required points go up. And you have the small blind, the big blind, and then the boss blind. The boss blinds are interesting for a variety of reasons. In terms of modifying your deck, you have the tarot cards, the jokers, which appear up on the top, and then spectral cards and planet cards. And I guess I could talk about vouchers too, but we're not going to worry about that just yet. Let's get this Emperor card. Moon. Moon is nice. And let's get the Spectral. This will spend all of our money, but it could really open us up nicely. Spectral cards are pretty rare. They're amazing. Wow, yeah. Okay. Create a rare joker, set money to 0. Joke's on you. My money's already 0. Destroy 5 cards, gain $20. If you're looking to have a small deck, this is amazing. Add a random buff to a card you select. Cool. Add a purple seal to a card you select. So for me, it's between medium and wraith. But I think we're going to go wraith because we have plenty of room for jokers right now. What do we get? Copies the abilities of the joker to the right. Wow. All right. Well, we have the start of a really, really good deck if we can survive long enough to get there. Okay. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. Almost a straight flush. Let's just play around with this and see if we can get... see what we can get from a club's perspective. 6. Am I going to regret this? Yeah, let's do this. So close. All right. We will go ahead and convert 1, 2, 3. The moon will convert your cards to clubs, so we're converting a diamond and 2 spades over to clubs. And the idea here would be that we play clubs and hearts, and we convert diamonds and spades. We'll see if that actually works out. In addition to that, we'll go ahead and use... let me see. Ace 9, 9, 7, 6. So let's do a little math here. 10... or 11, 20, 29, 36, 42. That gives us 77 by 4. And Justice will double the multiplier. I think that'll do it. So we will go ahead and add Justice onto this 6. Why the 6? Because sometimes they break, and I don't want to break my ace. Here goes. Alright, so what we're going to do here is get the Jumbo Standard Pack. Because that will improve both of the jokers above. I don't want to add face cards to my deck, unfortunately. So this 9 is the one. Next round. Wow. Flush in hand. How do you fight that? Or a full flush. Full house in hand. Can't fight that. That's a good thing. All right. Well, we have 5s and 7s. Let's see if we can make something out of that. Discarding 4 of a kind. Wow. All right, we'll take it. That'll work. Okay, adding to the deck again. Oh, that's pretty cool. It's nice to have a red seal. It's sad to have a glass red seal, because you will eventually lose it. But that'll work. That'll work. That's all we got money for. We are running really tight on the cash, but that's okay. We'll figure it out. We have a flush in hand. Yeah. I think we'll play the flush in hand. I'll leave us with 2 5s. Unlikely to pull the third 5, but the deck's not that big. Almost halfway. All right. Sort by suit. I'm gonna go a little wild here. Well, hello, Emma. Thank you for jumping in. Feel free to say hello if you'd like. There's another flush with the glass card. That should get us there. I guess I haven't introduced this yet, what Lunch Stream and Chill is. So welcome if you're just checking us out for the first time. Lunch Stream and Chill is just designed as something where you can come in and you can relax with us. It's a break during our day to relax. You can do some reflection if you feel like it. I'll play a story game, or I'll play something like this, where it's low-key, not too much action, a little bit of explanation sometimes. We got our queen here, that's nice. A couple of 10s. How many 10s do I have left? I have a bunch of 9s for some reason. Alright, so there are 2 10s left in the deck, 2 10s in hand, 1 ace left in the deck. So I think we can ditch this ace reasonably calmly. The question is, do I go for a flush? Or do I go for the 10s? I only have 5 diamonds left, so that's probably the one to avoid. So we'll go for the 10s. Let's see where we end up. Not so lucky. One discard left. We only need 300. Let's do this. No dice. 10s and 4s will get us partway there, though. All right. Might get us all the way there, actually, with the multipliers. Because that... Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Nice. So right there, anyone new to the game here, we just pulled that planet card because our queen, the Queen of Hearts here, I selected it straight away. Our Queen of Hearts here, if that stays in hand at the end of our hand, then we pull a planet card. And actually, I figured this out later, you pull a planet card that is the hand that you just played. So it's kind of neat if you're consistently playing the winning hand. Ooh, I like this. Good. Seed money's good. I should try to save for it. So each time you have your 3 blinds, right? Your small blind, your big blind, and then the boss blind. And each time you have a new boss blind, you get a new voucher option. It would be nice to get some interest money there. But what I'm trying to do is pump this, this Joker as much as I can. Because if we get into the late antes, it will absolutely make everything we're doing here worth it. And if we don't, then, oops. All right, let's sort by rank, because we got a couple of 9s, a couple of 5s. I think we can kind of go for the full house here. Let's go again. What do we got? That's not what we wanted. Looking at the deck real quick here. We have 9 hearts left. We could reliably go for the flush. We'd have the double counted 10 and then the lucky 9 to give us a good chance. Let's go for the flush, but keep the ace just in case. There's the flush. Ooh, lucky. I like that. That lucky card just gave us an extra $20 to spend. And you'll see what that does for our interest. It's pretty great. All right, seed money. Yes, please. And the question is, do I go for these? I want the tarot cards. Troubadour creates problems. Celestial. Death and strength. So looking at our deck, looking at the full deck here, we can kind of see how our deck building efforts have changed things already. We have 6 9s and 5 10s. We have 1 queen sitting out there, strangely. We could choose to do something here, kind of go for having more 9s and make it easier for us to make 4 of a kind. Because strength would allow us to continue to build those. When we look from a suit perspective, we were going to draw down diamonds and spades, so we just have hearts and clubs. That's the idea, anyway. So... let's turn this guy over into a heart. Alright, and I'm going to keep the $16 to roll forward for interest. Let's look again here. 7s and 4s. Let's see what we can pull off with 7s and 4s. Nothing. But now we have 4 spades, but only 3 spades left in the deck. Yuck. There's our full house. Halfway there. 2 8s left in the deck, 4 9s left in the deck. I'm gonna drop this 8, drop this 2. Do I keep the 3? I don't think I keep the 3. We're going for 10s and 9s. Dicey. Sometimes it pays off, though. Wow. Instead of the lunch stream and chill, we should call it the luck stream and chill. Because that was ridiculous. Alright, standard pack. This will improve this Joker again. Ooh. That's our guy. And then the tarot. These tarot packs are pretty neat because you can select them and you get an opportunity to modify your deck. Wheel of Fortune says 1 and 4. I don't know. It doesn't feel like 1 and 4. Usually feels desperately bad. Okay, I am going to go for this blue Joker because we are going to end up really tight on points here unless we figure out another Joker soon. 2 6s left, 2 aces left. Well, hello, Hazel Winston 1. Nice to see you there. Thanks for coming in. You familiar with Balatro? Six, 7, 8, 9, and I threw my 5 away. Whew. Alright. Hearts-wise, we'll just go for a flush. That seems like the appropriate thing to do at this point. I'm great. You know, life is good. I'm able to take a break at work and play a game. Doesn't get a lot better than that, does it? How about you? How are you doing? ramping it up. Ooh, mail-in rebate. Mail-in rebate's great. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. Yeah, I'm not trying to have offensive positivity here, but boy, life is good right now. I don't want to take it for granted while it is. I try to stream daily. I guess I should repeat for the recording here. Yeah, I try to stream daily, but I have been on Rumble streaming daily. And I just thought I'd move over to Twitch for a while and see if we get a little bit better uptake. And when I say daily, I do mean weekdays. Because weekends are all kid stuff. Not all kid stuff, but you get the idea. About 1 week a month, I just can't pull it off, and so I throw recordings up, or I just skip. But I'll kind of gradually try to move towards daily. It'll get easier in the summer and then harder again when the fall hits. Ooh. Okay, so I added a few more jokers here. This should make the whole process here quite a bit easier. Does this affect 5s and 4s? Yeah, okay. So 4, 5, 6. I mean, they're re-triggering, but that's not actually going to be much better. It's just one chip better. That's fine, though. Let's move our multiplier way over to the end so that we double up this swashbuckler. And there we go. So to answer your question, Hazel Winston, when I have been live daily, or daily adjacent, it's been noon Eastern. And then I throw the recordings up on YouTube and Rumble later on with timestamps. It's been fun. It's been a little fun side thing. Ooh, Emperor. Well, Emperor, you did not serve me well. Star's fun. If you need diamonds, we're trying to get rid of diamonds. High Priestess is just all around great, because you can improve your hands. Let's hit this Celestial pack. 4 of a kind, straight, and pair. Well, let's be optimistic. 4 of a kind. All right, and I think we can get Telescope here too. Yeah, so the purpose of Lunch Stream and Chill is just very, very relaxed stream. Sometimes I throw in some 2-cent philosophy. I'll talk about parenting, which I know is not everyone's deal here on Twitch. But I'll talk about parenting sometimes. I'll talk about how I live life, mostly the things I've done badly that I think people could do better. Let's throw this jack in here. We're adding the jack to the hand to discard it. Oh, yes. So I have done Diablo, Everspace 2, Inculinati. I did a little bit of Baldur's Gate, but I keep bouncing off of Baldur's Gate. I want to love it, and I get into it, and I'm just not psyched. Which is too bad. What else? There were a couple games I bounced off of 2 or 3 episodes in. I started in December, and the longest series was Everspace 2. It was 43 episodes long. I'm likely to return to that. Diablo, essentially, I was just playing the season's content. This is season 2 content, I believe. I like to play story games. I avoid first-person shooters because there's just so many people doing those. And I do kind of enjoy a story game and reacting to the story. And there's some fun that can go on there. Let me see. Am I making the right call here? I want more 9s. So strength. Turn that 8 into a 9. Turn the queen into a king. Of course. I might not answer, but of course. You may ask me something. Fives. Let's go for it. There's another 9. Full house. Let's make it. Alright. Flush, the straight flush. I think the flush. We keep turning things into 9s. So... Alright, I just got my reminder that I only have about 5 minutes left. So, looks like we might not finish this round. C'est la vie. Go ahead and DM me. Probably not, because I don't have a whole lot of... I don't really have any money to put into this yet. But I know people who do. Who stream more than I do. And who knows? Success could come in the future. So, yeah, go ahead and DM me on Twitch or... on X. I love the hustle. Yeah, of course. All right, let's do the Flint here, and then I gotta call it. Have an appointment I'm running off to, but we'll get on a more regular schedule. Have to take a look at what Hazel Winston wants me to show too. We'll do that off stream, not on stream. Let me see. I think we're going to go for this flush. As much as I want to save this 2, I think I'm going to go for this flush. Let's see where that gets us. I do. Yeah. Just Rofure on Discord. All right. So, let's grab these 2 planetary packs. One other nice thing about Balatro, unlike a lot of the story games I play, is that I can just close out here and resume later. So I think the next time we go live, we will be picking up where we left off. So, for those of you watching live, or those of you watching after the fact, thank you for joining us for another episode of Lunch, Stream, and Chill. I hope that you have a great rest of your day. Good evening, good afternoon, or good morning, wherever you are in the world. And I'd like to throw out some encouragement, like I always do. If you're lonely, you need to reach out to somebody else. Be the person that helps somebody else not be lonely, and that will also help you with your loneliness. And that's a hard thing to do. I fully admit it. I'm telling you from a place of experience and some pain. But you be the one to reach out and take care of others, and it will help you. It will help your heart as well. Being very self-focused, being very focused on your own needs, actually makes you worse. It makes things worse over time. That said, make sure you take care of yourself. Don't fixate only on the needs of others, because you can only take care of them if you are meeting your own needs. Get some sleep, get some sun, eat good food, not too much, if you can afford it. Food prices are obscene these days. I'm Rofuregames. This has been Lunch, Stream, and Chill. Have a great rest of your evening.